2.
We are now. We're recording. It's Kick Out at 2. I'm Nick. I'm here with Steve and Brian, and we have so much to talk about.
Diarrhea.
A little bit, not diarrhea. Well, maybe a little bit of pro wrestling, of course, because it's a wrestling podcast, but a very little bit because there's so much in the conspiracy theory. I mean, the news world that we have
Special
to get
news.
To. I mean, I have
Fun
special news based on what I do, but no, the news. The news is absolutely wild, and we have to get this going because I have to get to the wholesale stores so that I can stock up on toilet paper and water and other necessities before the next pandemic hits just in time for midterm elections.
Okay, but before we do that, we have some very pointed and passionate feedback from one of our listeners
Oh, no.
regarding a previous episode.
Okay.
So, West Coast listener chimed in, and I got a note from him that he's training for a 10K in 2 weeks.
Ew.
So,
poor soul.
I know, right? So, he listens to us while he trains and runs, and he says on
Why?
episode. So he said on
Do we motivate people to exercise that often?
Yeah, because they're like, look, it could be worse.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
this all sucks so bad, all this running and training. But
if I don't, look who I'll end up like.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shaped like a can of SpaghettiOs.
West Coast listener chimed in and he said on episode 44, which he was listening to, which I don't know.
I think that was the last one. I think it was this most recent.
That was
I think
Okay.
we're 45 now.
If we could run that by accounting to get confirmation at some point. But anyway, so he was listening to episode 44, and he said at one point, Steve said, "I would acknowledge myself."
I'd like to acknowledge myself.
Yeah. The rest of the run, he had it in his mind where, wait a minute. Didn't Brian and Nick raise their fingers to also acknowledge Steve?
No. You know why? Because they don't give a shit about me.
Just listen. This is why we don't give a shit about you. So he said the rest of the run, I had it on my mind. Were there ones in the air for Steve? So he said I had to go home, right on the YouTube, check it out. Immediately, he said, I cannot believe that there was no acknowledgement for Steve. He should destroy the both of you for not getting back and acknowledging him. I want you to know, Steve, I acknowledge you.
Wow.
In the air.
Oh, my fuzzy
listener.
See, I don't get the acknowledgement at home. I don't get the acknowledgement at work.
Yeah.
I'm due. I'm overdue.
That's called being an adult man.
Yeah.
No.
So clearly, if you want this acknowledgement, you're on the wrong coast, pal.
I can't go to that coast.
Also, he had one other question. He had one other note. This show is lacking graphics and any sort of logo placement on the YouTube show. Need to get Nick to get on creative service department in order to get taken care of.
Yeah, I got to talk to them. Yeah. They are seriously doing a poor job. They're doing terrible.
Yeah.
Can't you just...
got to get some graphics going. Absolutely.
On your way to a county, if you're going to swing by, talk to CS. Tell them, let's go. What are we doing? We got to level up.
While you're at Costco, get some construction paper and we can make something.
Right. Of course.
Those would be amazing graphics if they were just our names on construction paper, written in crayon with backwards letters.
Yeah.
Like a
or
couple.
Misspelled.
Yeah, just slightly wrong. Kind of like us. Yeah.
Right.
I talked to Kyle, still not allowed on the podcast, and he was telling me, the funniest part of last week's episode, I actually didn't hear until I listened the second time. And I was like, what? You're listening to it twice? And he's like, yeah. So, not allowed on the podcast, I love you, but a loyal listener.
Yeah.
Well, he not only listens for himself, he comes back and then the second time he listens for me.
Right, to tell you what happened.
Yeah. Then he's got to translate it for his in-laws.
Yeah. And then Friday, I worked all day. I didn't come home, so I didn't talk to Gary on Friday for a little sports talk with Gary, which was good because I'm like totally down in the dumps right now. Um, and will
What
call me,
baby?
be like, what's going on? No sports talk. What's happening? Like, I don't get any sports talk. For the guy that complains about our sports talk show and how wrong we are, Gary, uh, and Adam, our former draft expert, Adam, Kyle, like, is loyal. He's just like, we got to talk to Gary. What are you doing?
He's like those old Stern listeners where the people who loved him listened for like an hour and a half long, and the people who hated him listened for twice as long.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
that's crazy. You bring that up. I have been like my YouTube is basically like wrestling and old Stern show clips. Like
Huh.
I got to talking about it with retired OR nurse Tom on the bus. We have several hours a day together, like 8. And so like he said something and I did the old gold dust like and he was like, "What is that even from?" And I was
Oh,
like, "Ah, I got you."
right.
Because he was a Stern show listener, but not a wrestling guy. So
It was like
I was like, it all comes back to pro
SmackDown
wrestling, Tom.
2007 or something.
Yeah. Like it always comes back to pro wrestling, buddy. Because that's what the world is. The world is pro wrestling. And so
The
if you're
world
not paying
very much
attention,
so.
you're gonna miss it.
Funny thing about Stern growing up, I I didn't find him funny at all. I didn't listen to him. I was like, I don't think this is I'm like, for some reason, I was just like, there's nothing there that I'm like the interviews, none of it really had any like, I think it was like the E! Show, I would watch it a little bit every now and then, but that would be it. Like, I would never listen all day and all that like, I never ever and even as I got older, I found out more about him behind the scenes as a person in terms of, like, talent management and, like, how they produce the show and how he acts, stuff like that. It made me just despise him. Like,
Hmm.
ugh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's what
Yeah.
I've gotten. That's what I've learned. Like, so I listened a lot, like all day long
Yeah.
because we were in
Every
a
day.
truck or hauling furniture and it's like, just put some headphones in and just listen to this thing or on a forklift for hours. And I would listen to it,
Mhm.
but I actually hated the interviews. I don't give a shit what some celebrity thinks about this or that. I really don't. I didn't then and I don't
Right.
now. And um, the part I liked is kind of what we do right here, which is just like the back and forth kind of nonsense of it all. And, taking a comment from West Coast listener or talking about what Kyle said, or like it's all just like the little interpersonal stuff that I like. But then you find out like lately, like he's pretty awful. He's a pretty awful
Oh,
guy.
yeah, like,
Oh, yeah. He's
there's
totally not the same guy.
like, the last
Terrible.
15 years, I think, at the very least, he's been a nightmare to deal with up there. An absolute nightmare. And you're just like, none of it shocking.
He
None
started
of I
hanging out
guess
in
to say
Hollywood.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like that. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, just blah. But yeah, it's funny though because it was like, we love '90s wrestling, so how would I not love Stern, right? You would
Right.
think. I'm like the reverse. I'm like Bizarro OR Tom in
Yes.
that sense.
Right. Well, you very much are. You very much are because where like you will go down these rabbit holes with me about the news. I say with air quotes. He is like, no, that's not true. He's like, are you also a flat earther? And since he's not listening, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm getting close. Getting, I'm getting close. Like the the amount of stuff that hits my algorithm on the daily about flat Earth.
Yeah, me too. But
Um,
they're so stupid.
I'm getting right, right. So like, thankfully, I'm
Like
still on
the
this balance where
leader.
I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And then I look at who's telling me, and I'm like, oh, you?
Yeah.
No, all right, never mind, never mind. I'm out. But I'm
Them
still not
ships
totally
don't make it past the firmament, and
right.
it's water up there.
That ain't
We
space,
water
it's
them.
water. But then,
We
but
have
but
Southern
then
Yoko locals having these conversations.
some.
If you look at them stars up there, it
But
looks
but but
like
but but
it's
but then there's other
water.
people that are like, wait a minute, you're telling me we just made a multi-$100 million trip around the moon, and you sent
Yep.
back a couple of still photos of the Earth at the same distance and the same angle as all the other still photos of the Earth that we've gotten. Like you could like they're taking video of these people in the spacecraft You couldn't just turn that camera out the window and show me what's going on? That's what we wanna see. I don't care about these people. I see people every day. I don't wanna see any of them. Okay, very
They're in
few
a
of them.
room they're in a room the size of your bathroom.
Yeah,
Right, so wait a minute, are
turn
you
the camera.
saying NASA is fake and they have a flat Earth? Or are you
NASA is
saying
fake, however, but
I'm saying I
where
don't
was
think
I
the
going? I
2
forgot.
are mutually exclusive. I think that I think that we never sent anybody into space. I think we never landed on the moon. I think we said we landed on the moon to scare Russia into thinking we could shoot them from space.
China, Russia,
Russia at the
Russia, China.
time, China didn't become a problem until now. And so we're doing it
Right.
again to scare them, being like, oh, we can just put a base on the moon and shoot you from there. The problem is we can shoot them from the Earth anywhere we want because of the technology of rockets and missiles and stuff. Like we don't need to, and we have aircraft carriers. Like we don't like need to be fooling anybody about space anymore. But like they're keeping up this appearance for I don't know what reason. I guess just the distract everybody from what's going on, and they just like they had so this was the perfect opportunity to show a video from an aircraft that was AI
There is
proof
an
that they could
there's an
not
8K
disprove.
or 4K cell phone video of the moon on one side and the Earth peeking out around the corner of the moon, like the moon. They called it the Earthrise. That
wait,
one of the astronauts shot from his cell phone.
NASA had its own, like, video live feed channel during this whole
Mhm,
thing,
mhm.
Mhm.
and you can watch it. I just think I think is today the day where our audience raises an eyebrow and says, "Wait a minute, maybe Nick really is nuts. Maybe this isn't a character.
Uh,
Maybe he's not hamming it.
I
Maybe there's."
anybody that knows me
Coconut.
already knows that. Anybody that knows me already knows I'm out of my mind. Out of my mind. Out of my mind because this world keeps me out of my mind. So they keep throwing things at me, like this cruise ship with the hantavirus on it.
That's
And
not real.
what part is not real? The cruise ship, the virus,
Uh,
the people dying. What part?
yeah. What?
Here's
None
what's
of it. It's all fake.
here's what's real. There is another disease that has now popped up on a cruise ship. It is a disease based on rodents and feces that typically doesn't go from human to human, except this strain of that virus
Mm,
does. And
right.
every CDC and WHO, person is on
What?
my feed telling me, don't worry, this is not going to be a big thing. This is not the same as COVID. Don't go rush out and buy toilet paper and water and all this stuff. So naturally, I'm going out today to buy toilet paper and water and provisions
Wait. So
because I don't trust them.
so they're saying this was a rodent-borne disease?
Yeah, so it's something that people that like, let's say you were like cleaning out an old garage and there's tons of like mouse droppings and stuff everywhere, and there's this
Yeah.
bacteria in the droppings that when you disturb it all, you breathe it in and it can make you sick and it can give you this hantavirus. That being said, in
So we
South America, they call it the Andes strain. In South America, it started going from person to person, but only in close contact. Sound familiar? And now the people on this cruise ship are now dispersing throughout the world.
Oh, wait a minute. What you're saying is that almost what? So what you're saying is that in between a certain president's term, between 2016 and 2020, halfway through, a virus broke out
Uh-huh.
randomly from a far off
Mhm.
country
Mhm.
that was quickly mutating and
Mhm.
jumping from person to person,
Mhm.
which ultimately ended up
Mhm.
resulting in society closing down
Mhm.
for a marked period of time.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
where there is no official, actual
Mhm.
conclusion yet done by all of the world's top scientists and governments
Mhm.
confirming
Mhm.
the beginning, the middle, the end, and the resolution
Mhm.
for that problem.
Mhm.
Then skip forward 4 years, no issue at all with the president that follows him, none whatsoever.
No problem.
And then
border problem, but no disease problem. No, yeah.
2.5 years into the original president of
Uh-huh,
these 2
uh-huh.
back in office, now a virus is kicking up, created in a far off country that is mutating
Another
something.
another
Right.
and different
A more different
rodent virus.
virus with similar symptoms,
Yes.
traits.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I forgot
So
if it was right
uh-huh.
again in the wet
Yeah.
So, wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, one of 2 things is happening, right? Either it's just another virus and it's gonna work again, where they're gonna shut us all down again, which, I mean, right now, I work in a place where I would have to stay home.
No.
Not the
I
worst thing
don't
ever, but the other part, here's the darker part of this news. The first one polarized us all, right? Because if you hear
Mhm,
someone that's either lying to you or is wrong for 4 years, 5 years, you will not trust them again, right? So
mhm.
they all said, "Go out and get this shot, it will fix it." And they're like, "Oh, well, whoops, it didn't work, get another one. Oh, that didn't work, get another one. Oh, that didn't work, get another one." Now they're going to tell you, go out and get this vaccine, and this time it will work. But the people that are so jaded against these people that were wrong or lying to them all those years aren't going to get it, and they're going to die. And this is more deadly. And. So
I don't
I am
know.
not listening. I'm going to go out and get my toilet paper. I need it anyway. Like, we're getting low
They
anyway.
also said too many scrambled eggs is bad for you,
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
and they told you not to eat butter,
Right. They told you to eat
and
margarine, which is like plastic.
yeah.
Right. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
to quote the great American wordsmith, George W. Bush, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I won't be fooled again, 'cause you can't fool a fool."
I thought you were gonna say golden dust.
It's like,
Golden
fool me
dust.
once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
It's the best quote. It's the best presidential quote I've ever seen in my read, heard. I use it all the time between me and Fran. Like, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't fool a fool. A fool can't be fooled." It's like like, he butchered it so badly. It was amazing. It
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing.
So I
But,
have
yeah,
now
no,
I've canceled
are
Mother's
you
Day. We're not doing anything for Mother's Day. I'm going shopping and we're locking down the house. I'm getting plastic for the windows. I'm full on. No, everything's done. We're
Wait,
done.
wait,
We're done.
Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
isn't it
Hey,
thing still at the isn't it still at sea, this ship with the people that are sick on it?
Yeah, but they
yeah,
keep
but my
stopping at ports, and anybody that's asymptomatic, remember that, anybody that's asymptomatic can get off and go
Okay.
explore these other countries. So they're letting people off the boat to explore. Other people are going to get infected. It is going to go. I'm telling you right now, this is the Nick P prediction. Right now, this thing's going to go worldwide. Not like Pitbull, not Mr. Worldwide. I'm talking about this
Mhm.
pandemic is going to go worldwide and be a problem. This hantavirus can be a problem.
it are you just using this story as a distraction because on Friday we found out that aliens exist and you were adamant on this podcast for the longest
Right?
time that aliens don't exist?
Yeah, they don't.
They do.
They don't.
Yes, they
They
do.
don't exist.
They
They
do.
Oh,
absolutely do.
you're telling me that the government just released information and you trust it explicitly? No, they don't exist. It's not, they're not real. Bring them.
But
Really?
you're believing in another, disease that could become an epidemic. It's the
Yeah,
same
because
thing.
our government's telling me the opposite. Yes.
What?
Finally, you got there. Our government organizations, CDC, WHO, are telling me that this is not going to be a problem, and I'm telling you, I
It
don't trust them,
it's not.
so it's gonna.
It's not gonna be a problem.
I mean, it's not going to be a problem for me. It's going to be a problem for a lot of people.
Right.
No, I don't think I think it's going to go the way of SARS,
Right?
like that
Swine
little
flu.
SARS
Right.
pandemic
Yeah.
they had during the Obama administration, because you can measure all they're doing is probably measuring metrics and social media interactions to gauge how
Well,
society is reacting to it, right? And no matter how much crap they pump out there. So, like, if there was a engagement where it's like, oh my god, you have, like, people reacting, then I would think that they would put their foot on the gas. But if people aren't reacting, I think they're gonna be like, "Ah, we gotta try something else." You know what I
How
mean?
many
People
how
nuts.
many how many liberals and blue hairs were like, "We're back, baby. We're back.
Oh,
Yeah,
Take
like,
out the mask.
noodles
Let's
in their arm. "Oh, we're
go."
protecting you." Yeah.
yeah,
No.
this is I'm standing on it. This is gonna
Yes.
be a problem. Like I stood on AJ Brown being an Eagle this year. This is this is gonna be a big
Okay.
problem.
Yep.
Okay. This is the hill you're gonna die on.
Yes.
The
Call
hantavirus is made up.
it's a stand on
No, no, it's
business.
not made up. The hantavirus, they're gonna look, in 5 years, we're gonna
The
find out,
impact
"Oh, there
of
was
the hand
gain of function in Argentina by a bunch of Argentinian scientists," German, and this is gonna be a huge problem. This is gonna be just as bad, if not worse than what COVID was in 2020 and 2021.
Okay.
Mhm,
Alright.
mhm.
O alright.
Are we still friends?
I don't I mean, yeah, obviously. And Steve and I are gonna have to talk afterwards to really
Yeah.
see if it's
We're
true.
gonna we're
Like,
gonna call your wife, see if
yeah,
you're okay.
yeah.
Don't, she's still
No, he's like,
sleeping, leave
"Oh,
her
no."
alone.
He's like, "We don't let him live in the house anymore." Was he in
This
the
is not
house?
gonna be a
We don't
problem.
let him
Just
live
like
in the house.
Lives in
AIDS wasn't a
in
problem,
the shed.
this is not gonna be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just, I don't know, like, for me, I'm like, the number one thing that comes out of this, for me, is, yeah, another reason why I'll never take a cruise. I don't
What are
care. Like, I don't care.
what are
I'm
the
not
symptoms of this thing? Because I already have diarrhea all the
no,
time.
You're
you
fine.
don't yeah,
You're
no.
no, don't
It's
worry
just
about it.
from your all Wawa morning breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure
Guilty,
one is tied in with the other.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
guilty.
I
yeah.
don't like, this is just another reason, number 57, on why I will never get on a cruise. Never. I'll never get on a cruise. I'll never dude, could you imagine being on that boat and being a person who hates the people on that boat, right? You didn't wanna be in the boat to begin with, and you're, like, looking at people like, "Oh god, I hate being on this boat. I hate being with these people. This is the worst," and then you find out some of these assholes are sick from rat poop or whatever, and now you're stuck on this godforsaken boat for God knows how long in a cabin. You can't go out anywhere. You're stuck in your room 'cause you don't want any of these weirdos breathing on you. Like, I just I sink
As
the boat.
soon
Like, I get
as soon as the government found out about this, there's just one torpedo that needed to go,
right.
and that's
Sink
it.
yeah,
Boom,
Yeah,
like,
fuck the
easy,
Strait of Hormuz.
easy.
Blow that ship out of the water right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Just sink it.
yeah,
Turn
yeah,
Put it
turn
down.
those
yeah,
things here for a second.
It
It only
right?
takes one,
Aren't we all about the
yeah.
greater good anymore? Isn't that what we're
right?
doing here?
Sometimes you gotta take a
Collateral
step sometimes
collateral
you gotta take a
damage.
step backwards in order to take 2 steps forward,
Yep.
and sinking a
Right.
boat full of obnoxious, dirty people who are
Thank you,
too
Paul
cheap for their
Abdul.
real vacation are yeah, nope, goodbye.
So
Like,
I'm glad you bring up things that you'll never do, because I know another thing you'll never do again is go, well, I mean, willingly, because you have daughters, you're probably going to, but like to go to one of these theme parks. I I took some extra hours yesterday. I drove a bus to a theme park. So like I don't my kid's not going, Kelly didn't go. So I was
Oh,
like
you had a field trip.
I took a book and my phone and lunch. I was just gonna sit, like, you sit for hours, you're just on the clock. Kids go
Was
in.
this a normal bus of kids
Yeah. Yep.
or the different?
Well,
Okay.
you,
I mean, they were part of like the jazz band, so normal-ish, you know? Uh,
Alright.
uh,
but that's not the point. The point is I went in just to use the bathroom. I didn't I'm not interested in any of this. The it's the opening day, and like we've been at places for opening day, half the stuff's not open. Anybody that
mm,
is there is complaining, bitching and moaning, and then it starts raining. And you
oh,
have people that
Ah,
paid to be there, and they're like, "Well, we paid to be here, we're staying." And it's like going to like a Phillies game. Like if you leave because of the rain, they're not giving you back your parking money. They're not giving you back your ticket. You're just screwed. They're
right.
just stealing from you. They don't care.
mhm,
I was in there, and one of the other drivers was like, "Hey, I just want to go on one ride. Walk with me, go on one ride." I'm like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to
Bitch.
wait in a line because people will be bumping into me, and it's mostly kids here. They're screaming and yelling." And she's like, "Please, come on. Please just go on one ride with me." I'm like, fine. We walked to a roller
Was
coaster, which I'm not scared of rides. That's not it. I'm like, "I don't wanna wait in line." She goes, "There's no line, look." And I go, "Fine, let's go, hurry up. I wanna go back and sit and do nothing." We get to the line, there's a huge line because they hide it, right, from the outside. You can't see it from the outside. There's a huge
Mhm.
line. I'm like, "I'm not doing this, I'm leaving." All of a sudden, there's people behind us. I'm like, "Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm in this line."
I
And
can't
then
I can't get out.
you get close
Trapped.
to the thing, people start running into you. I'm like, somebody runs into me, I wanna throw a punch. Stop. You see, I'm not small. You see me here. Don't run into me. We go on the ride's fine.
Mm.
We get off the ride. I'm like, going back to the bus. Bye. Goodbye. I gotta go. Oh, you don't want to get something to eat? I said, I do, but this is a make money day, not a spend money day. So I'm
Mhm.
walking out of the park, and what's right by the entrance? A pizza place. And I'm like, oh, maybe like a slice of pizza. I know it's gonna be trash theme park pizza, but maybe a slice of pizza. I walk up to the thing, I look at the board, and it says 16.99. I'm like, oh wow, that's actually not bad for like a pizza.
All pizza. Okay.
No, one slice of pizza. And
What?
but they give you 2 breadsticks, they tell me. And I'm like,
Oh.
"I don't want 2 breadsticks, I just want a slice of pizza." They're like, "Yeah, well, I'm like, "Does what do I get, like a six-pack of beer or what? Like, what is happening? Like, I can't drink it today." They're like, "No, just a
Christ.
slice and 2 breadsticks." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here. $17. It's robbery. I'm
What
not doing it." I was like, "No, I'm hungry, but I'm gonna
why
go
are they
sit and just be
giving
hungry."
What theme
breadsticks with a
park was
slice of
this?
pizza?
It was Dorney Park. Right now it's
Okay.
Dorney Park?
Yep.
Place is still open?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
purchased
yeah.
by, I guess, the company that owns Six Flags, and
Uh,
so now
Run it into the ground,
I'm
yeah.
walking through this place, and I'm like, "They really need to update this place. This place is super old looking." We went on the wooden roller coaster, which was somewhat horrifying because it's raining, everything's wet, and you're on, like, wet tracks on a wooden coaster, and I was like, "Well, if I gotta die, alright, here we go." I get off the thing, I'm, like, walking around the back of the coaster, you know, you get out from behind these rides. All the wood in this thing is all, like, moss and rotten. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, I can't believe I just survived on this thing." I was like, "I gotta just let me go back to the thing I can control. Let me go back to the bus and just sit there for the rest of the day." But yeah, uh, I don't wanna go to a theme park ever. We're going to Florida in June with the family, and the kids are like, "Yeah, we'll do a day at Disney. All the kids will go to Disney for the day." I was like, "Good, have fun. Bye."
I
that's what
yeah.
is in some people's minds for when I go to Kevin's wedding in Florida, is that we're gonna go spend a couple days at Disney. And I was like, I don't know if that's necessarily gonna work. Or a day at Disney and then a day at Universal, which I hate Universal Studios. I hate it. Like I like both Universal Studios, Florida and Hollywood. Like I words can't express how much I hate it.
We'll try.
Both of them because of their yeah. I mean, it's not like we are on a tool right now where words matter in terms of describing you know what we're storytelling and describing what we're feeling and thinking. Um, I just for me, I'm like, it's typical because Comcast owns it. So Comcast owns Universal Studios, and it's your typical Comcast, "Oh, let's just throw some shit up and then just go from there." Like,
Right.
no quality, no detail, no level of, like, high-end level of service. No, just typical Comcast. Just throw some shit up and say, "We did it," and then, just pretty much go from there, and that's what Universal is. I don't think Universal Studios in Florida is any different than Dorney Park in Allentown. No, and I haven't been to Dorney Park since, like, '99
No,
maybe?
it's
Like,
different.
I'm not
I was at Universal a couple of years ago. I don't know when Comcast took over at Universal, but when I was
they've
there
been they've been they took over Universal in, like, 2000.
okay, so it's been
Oh,
since then.
shit.
They put up some pretty impressive detail-oriented stuff. Like, we took the kids years ago now, like, before COVID, and the stuff they had up, like, when you're waiting in line for a ride, it's not just a line, there's, like, stuff going on, it's more interactive. So I thought that was kinda cool. I still don't wanna go, but it's better than Dorney. It's way better than Dorney. It's a
So,
whole different type of thing.
I took the girls after COVID. So I took the girls and I wanna say 2023 maybe, and the whole first of all, it costs more to go to Universal and get a fast pass than it did to go to Disney World, and on top of that, the fast pass was so cheap and thrown together, and, they don't they haven't like, the bar that's set for those places is Disney World. It is.
Right.
And if you're going even if you're doing an alternate to Disney World for people who have outgrown Disney World or have no interest in Disney World, the in terms of the experience and the execution and everything being technologically advanced, Disney, it just cannot be matched. They just can't be matched. And Comcast, on the flip side, for Universal, have no desire to be on that level at all. So, like, we got a fast pass and it's 2023. So 3 fast passes for me and the girls costs an arm and a leg. I mean, when I see an arm and a leg, an arm and a leg. And they were like, "Okay, well, you have to print it out and put it in like a laminated
A lanyard.
Lanyard thing.
lanyard."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Muppet
And they
Party.
were like "Yeah." They're like I'm like, "You guys have an app for all this stuff?" And they're like, "Yeah, but we don't have it for that." And I'm like, "Well, I like, so people just walk around with paper lanyards on all day long?" Like,
All right,
they're
so it
like,
is like
"Yeah,
daunting because one of the guys was walking around with one of those yesterday. I was like, "What are you doing?
mhm,
Like, what's
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Carrying a piece
yeah,
of paper?
yeah."
I don't
And
carry a piece of
so
paper for
Hey,
anything."
n
show me
no,
your papers.
yeah,
Right?
so
Mm.
their app
Where are we,
was
Argentina?
constantly their app was constantly crashing, and on top of that, like, they just like, their food service and how they presented their food because it's like a theme park. So, like, it's all the same crap, it's just how you dress it up and serve it ultimately,
Right.
right? Like, no organization, the food was which made the food even worse. It just was awful. I mean, it was so bad that the girls don't ever wanna go back. They
Yeah.
don't ever go back.
Like,
In fact
Lucky
at
you.
least Disney has the brand where they can bring you out a stack of pancakes shaped like Mickey Mouse, and so at least it's
right.
presented to you in a way that, like, makes
Right.
it more of an
Right, yeah,
experience.
well, it's typical Comcast, it's just like, "Here you go, here's a bunch of crap. That's it. That's all we did. We're just doing it to say we did it, but don't expect
Yeah.
any sort of high-end presentation for it," right?
Yeah.
I just to me, I just was like now I mean, look, the rides were great, and, there was nothing about the rides where you're like, "Oh, man, those are, like, crappy," but it was everything else around it because I felt like I was, like, what I'm paying this ticket for, a quarter of this entire complex is just one big friggin' mall. Like, that's all it
Yeah.
is. I'm like, just one big mall you gotta walk through before you get to the amusement park. I'm like, you just it was just like something out of like I think of I don't know if you guys watch The Boys, but, like, when they talk about Vought on The Boys, I only think of Comcast. I just think of Comcast. I'm like, that's all I think of
I
'cause
just
I'm
watched the first episode of The Boys with Cullen. He was like, "I wanna watch this show," and I was like, "You're 16. Yeah, you're yeah, mm, mm." He was like
yeah.
he saw the first dick on The Boys. It's episode 1, first dick, and he was like, "I'm out. I'm out. No, that's alright.
This is not my show. Dad,
Yep."
you watch
And
it?
he's like, "Nah, we're good."
Yeah, I just watched this.
He already knows I'm a weirdo. So, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go to my room and make a few action hero TikToks because that's less gay than what you're
Yeah, I
doing."
gotta call my
Mhm.
therapist.
And then then you and you and your bottomless superheroes.
Superhero penis show.
Right.
You should show him that one episode where, like, it's the giant penis.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, yeah. Well,
We
It's like
we all tried to
episode
forget about that
season
one.
3 or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't watched that
No,
one.
I think he's done. I think he's like, "That's good for
Yeah.
me. No, thank you."
yeah, it's like,
Colin, check
that's
this out.
one he's like, "That's one too many, Dad,
Yeah.
and that should also be one too many for you too."
Yeah, he's right. It's not, but he's right.
Yeah,
I watched all of them.
um,
I'm gonna continue.
Oh my god.
but yeah, I mean, going back to it, I don't yeah. Oh, speaking of Florida,
Okay.
this is really funny, and I'll let I'm like, "You know what? I'm not even gonna tell him this beforehand. I'm gonna bring this up on the podcast, and then we can have Steve chime in, and then maybe we can get a response from people who also, uh, have an opinion on this because it would be interesting to hear the feedback." So, Kevin getting married in October, I believe,
Okay.
probably. So, Kevin is getting married in October. We are doing his bachelor party in late September. And so Kevin told me, he said, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you reach out to Nick and let him know that he's invited to the bachelor party? I'd love to have him to the bachelor party." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Do you need his address for his wedding invitation?" And he said,
No.
"No, we're at max. We can't like because they're not. It's not big. It's really small because that's what weddings are nowadays." And he was like, I said, "But he's supposed to be Claire's plus one. Claire already has him marked as a plus one." And he said, "Claire isn't getting a plus one. You're not getting a plus one. Nobody's
Oh,
getting a plus
This
one."
doesn't sound right.
And
Sounds like I'm crashing
and
his
I
wedding. That's what it sounds like.
right, and I go, "Okay." And I said, "So you wanna invite him to your bachelor party, but not to the wedding?" And he was like, "Yeah. Yeah, like, it's a normal thing." Is that a normal thing? I don't
I don't know if it's normal, but I like it. I like it a lot.
yeah.
Like, I don't wanna go to a wedding. I don't wanna sit through a ceremony. I don't wanna sit at a table and wait for somebody to bring me food, but I do wanna go out and drink with your brother and your cousins and whoever else shows up and you. Like, yeah.
mhm.
I
And
think
Oh,
it's
no,
perfectly I think it's
it's
perfectly fine.
me. It's me, it's Kevin, it's Danny, it's Fran, couple of Kevin's friends. JWoww is gonna be there.
that's what I'm talking
Uh,
about.
uh, yeah, and then a
Wait,
few more
so
I don't know.
the wedding's in Florida or the bachelor party's in Florida?
They're both in Florida, and so it is at the end of September. I think we're doing a couple of nights in St. Pete. So,
Turf
I
turf
originally
burg.
was like, we are gonna do a Florida Gators game, tailgate a Florida Gators game,
Okay.
get a box, and then go from there, but I don't think we're doing that anymore, and then we're gonna do something else. We're gonna go to Tampa Bay Bucks game. We're not doing that anymore. So now I just think it's a night of heavy drinking in downtown St. Pete.
I can
Yeah,
help with
which
that.
yeah, if you've never been to downtown St. Pete, it's actually really nice. Like, I went down for my first IndyCar race last year, and it was really nice, really clean, like, easy to get around, really easy to get around, like, so, like, I would a lot of rooftop bars, so I would recommend St. Pete as an under the radar type place to go. So, yeah, so you are invited, so you're not put out in any way, you're not like, "Ah, bachelor party, but no."
No.
I
No,
w
not at
I
all.
wonder
Not at
I
all.
wonder
Interesting.
if there's
Incredible.
any,
Okay.
pirate cosplayers down there that you
I'm
can
sure there are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll call
Oh,
my guy up
yeah.
here and see if he knows a guy down there.
Right. "Hey,
So,
You know, I
Jack,
got
do
it
you
on
know
that.
another guy
did we
named
did we
Jack?"
did we talk
"Oh,
about
yeah."
this at all?
We didn't
No.
get into it.
So Steve's brother got married years ago, right? Was it 8 years ago maybe? And,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
Steve was planning the bachelor party, and he was like, "You what the hell am I doing? You gotta help me plan. Let's just plan this out." Now
right.
Steve had a couple of bars picked out, which were great, because he knows like the area. Because when Steve was going out in Doylestown and New Hope and all these local kind of party towns with all these bars and stuff, I had little kids. So I had
You had
kids
children.
first. And so like I never went. So Steve knew all this stuff.
Right.
He's like, "What do we want to do?" Oh, I'm like, I know what to do. We're gonna hire a Captain Jack Sparrow impersonator to come out with us for the night. He was like, "What?" And
'Cause
I'm like, "Yeah,
we had all the places picked out, we just needed one thing to make it all stand out and kinda
yeah,
wrap the
just
night
something that you
together. 'Cause we
won't
weren't
forget,
doing
right? Whether it's good or bad,
'cause we don't do strip
just
clubs or anything.
you're right."
We don't do
So
the strip club thing
I
for
find this guy, and he's like, "Well, let me FaceTime you. I'll show you exactly what I bring to the table." So I FaceTime him. Looks just like Jack Sparrow. Like looks just like Johnny Depp playing Captain Jack
Johnny Depp.
Sparrow. The voice just like Johnny Depp doing Jack Sparrow. The guy's like
Yeah.
$200. I'll come out. I'll spend the whole night with you guys. He's like, and and we'll go from there. Like, I think we can make a really fun night. I'm like, listen to me though. You got to know something. I'll buy you drinks. I'll put some rum in your belly. You're only allowed to drink rum, and you're if you break character, not only will I not pay you, but I'll beat you up. Like,
We
do
will
not
kill you.
break character for 1 second. Like, don't break character. I won't have it. You got to be on point. I was like, and then I'll tell a
Right.
lot of people, like, this is a bachelor party. We're going to tell people, but we're going to tell the story forever, which we are. We go out. This guy was on point. He brought another guy with him to dress up like
Called
Mr.
Smee.
Smee from
Yeah.
Hook. And everybody all night was like, why is there a pirate with you? Why is this
Right.
happening? But people were gravitating towards us because
Right.
Captain Jack
You
Sparrow
got
was here.
pictures.
And they're taking
Yeah.
pictures of the
All
guy.
the shit. Yeah.
He's like, is this cool? I'm like, go, man. Yeah, absolutely. Just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do your
make the,
thing.
but like when we leave, you're leaving with us to the next bar. Like, that's the end of it. And so we're like walking from bar to bar, and then we have Captain Jack doing the whole hands up, like walking like, whoa,
Yeah.
walking from
Do,
bar to
do,
bar. And
do,
I'm
do,
checking on him,
do,
giving him
do.
looks like, you're still walking like him,
Yeah.
right? You're still Jack Sparrow, right? Don't screw this up. So yeah, all night. Even Steve's brother was like, why is there a pirate
It's
hanging
like,
out with
why
us? I was
is
like,
there a
oh,
pirate here?
I paid him to
It's like,
be.
that's
He's like, why
yeah.
why would you do that? I'm like, don't worry about it. You'll
You're like, well,
realize it eventually.
I don't even like pirates. I'm like, hey man,
It doesn't
just enjoy it.
matter. We're all
Was
adults.
it
None of us are super into pirates.
No.
was it weird the next morning when you came in your kitchen and you saw him like making toast in the outfit still? You're like stand there in your coffee in your robe, like, hey,
You can
you
go.
can go now, Jack. Like over,
Mr.
leave.
Smee. Mr. Smee's in the
Nick laid him down in the same place he slept the night of his bachelor party.
the floor of the kitchen.
The kitchen floor.
That's a story for another
Uh,
time.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
I
we can
drove
find a
home after
pirate for
that.
Kevin's. Yeah, absolutely. So, moral of the story
Yeah.
is, no, I'm not offended that I'm not invited to the wedding. Super happy about being invited to
Right.
the bachelor party in St. Pete's for a 3-day weekend.
It's easier. Easier.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
one less flight I got to pay for. Like, I don't have to fly to Florida again. Like,
Yeah.
I'd
Right.
rather go to a destination bachelor party boys weekend than do a destination wedding. 100%.
I think you're right. Like thinking about it now, like
Do you think you can get out of the wedding?
try me.
Yeah.
Like, send
Hantavirus.
the girls. Hantavirus is coming.
Penta.
Very
Pentavirus.
the pentavirus.
Hantavirus.
So this is real, right? This isn't a work, right? Okay,
Oh, not a work.
great.
Yeah,
No,
I mean everything in life is a work, but
Right.
this is
Everything's
totally
pro
work.
wrestling.
Yeah.
I forget what somebody
Yeah.
said to me. Oh, retired OR nurse Tom was talking about the Flyers and how the refs were. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, I hate being a guy that's like, oh, the refs are taking this game away. But like, it really seems like they don't want the Flyers to win. I was like, yeah, Tom, they don't want maybe the highest ratings grabbing franchise, the Pittsburgh Penguins, to go out in a sweep. So yeah, they're affecting the game because everything's pro wrestling. Like, it looks real, but it's not all the way real. Like,
Yeah.
that's the end of it. And he's starting to like sway into like, yeah, you're right, everything's not real.
Yeah. You're starting
Nothing
to
is real.
shatter poor
Nothing.
Tom's world.
Yeah.
He's old. He's got to go back and think about all the stuff that's not real.
Yeah, he's got a bad
Mhm.
back. Yeah. No, that bad
Yeah.
back's real. I'll tell you. I hit potholes. He's like, ugh.
You should get him
The
an
only,
passport.
the only thing real for your buddy Tom is the suffering.
Right. Yeah. Suffering
Yeah.
is always real. Always.
The rest of it,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
So
So go ahead.
we are doing a pro wrestling podcast. Do you want to talk pro wrestling?
I guess I have this story that's been going on in my life for like the last 2.5 years where it's almost like a sitcom. It involves an ever changing cast of neighbors who move in right next to me. And every time the characters are even more and more absurd. So maybe we'll keep that to next week
The Brian's
because
Neighbor saga.
it's a very involved story involving so far it involves pit bulls, chop shops,
Parolees.
Arabian Arabic, Elvis karaoke, um, an Asian man, very nice, just riddled with racist hate towards the Indian community, and not having any problem sharing it. So we'll have to cover it next week because it's very like something just happened on Sunday where I was just like, this can't be this conversation can't be real. This it can't like I'm like, it is just one collection after the next of NPCs.
Wait a minute, why
Just
are
const
you man, did I see NPCs at Dorney Park, man. I was trying to convince this
Mhm.
other driver, like, not everybody's real. And she was like, "Stop it, Nick." All right. Like, she's already used to me. And I'm like, "No, no, look, 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 look." And I'm like, "Watch this guy right here." I said, "Who's he talking to?" He's on the phone, but he's looking up, like pointing to something. I'm like, "Who's he talking to?" Nobody. There's nobody there. And then somebody walks down the hill, walks past us, does nothing, and then turns around and goes and stands with this guy. I'm like, also not real. Not a person. They're not real. Don't they're here
Right.
to affect our day, but they're not real. And she started
To
like,
fill your they're there to fill your eyes
I
so
didn't
that you don't
know
start looking
I didn't know
around
if the
at
truth
all the
was dawning
birds.
on her about people being NPCs or if the truth was dawning on her that I'm certifiably insane.
I think it's more B than A.
Yeah, probably.
But but there's definitely truth involved.
Yes. There's some
Yeah,
kind she
yeah.
learned something that day. She
Can't
Oh,
definitely
call me
yeah.
a liar.
she definitely did. Yeah. Okay. Also, should we next week when we talk about your neighbor situation, should we talk about why so many new people move in next door? Like, there's only two next door neighbors, so why are
Right.
they in and out so
Uh,
fast? How many of them are hidden in your basement or your garage? Or
no, yeah, no,
we'll get
it's
into it. Well, all right,
because
everybody's
it
got to wait.
is
You have to wait for that one.
it is a
I don't know.
NPC situation where it's just constant turnover,
Right.
like a sit what it is.
Okay. All right. All right. Next week
Mm,
we'll talk about Brian's
but
neighbors.
yeah, we will talk about Brian's Neighbor Chronicles because I've got a lot, and it's amazing.
Did I
Alright,
see
so
did I see a wrestling
wrestling.
match on a golf course? Is that something that happened?
I think you did. I think you did. AEW had a theme where so they had a show and an arena that was in an area that was very it was like a notable PGA golf course type situation, and they had a match. They had at least one match, I believe, on said golf course last night. Um,
I think it
but
spilled the match spilled out of the ring onto this
yeah,
because it was
like it
a
was
title
planned.
match.
Right. So
Ah,
I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it while I mow the lawn. But
Wait,
is
you're
it,
that
gonna
a jumper
watch
shark
wrestling while
moment?
you mow the lawn? Your lawn's gonna look
How do you
horrible.
get your lines? Yeah,
Right.
you'd be like, "Ooh,
it does. It does look horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've spent
oh, he goes
so
this
much
way."
money getting it redone. Yeah, yeah. Like massive chunks, right? Yeah. Just completely missed. Um, so I'll pull it on and listen to it while I'm mowing the lawn.
Okay. And
Mhm.
just
Okay,
and just hope that
alright.
the luchador commentator um keeps your
Engaged?
yeah, keeps you engaged and keeps your imagination telling you what's going on in there.
Yep. I mean, it's a lot easier than good old marble mouth Wade Barrett,
Yeah,
you
or
know?
silent Michael Cole,
Does have a point.
one of the greatest
Mm.
one of the
Does have a
greatest
point.
combat athletes of all time, retiring live in the ring and just silence. Just silence.
Well, you just you
3
let it
minutes of
sit,
silence,
you let
dead
it
air.
simmer, it's fine. It's
Uh,
emotional. Maybe he was
um,
crying.
You were crying.
I heard of a new term
You were crying.
this week that I was like, I stopped and I was like, that's pretty interesting. Um, it's a term called a TV wrestler. TV wrestler. And
TV
so,
wrestler.
yep,
Oh,
TV.
okay. I know you
TV,
yeah,
like television, a television wrestler.
yeah.
And so the idea behind it is that the TKO to fall in line with all these pay cuts stories and all stuff. So TKO apparently has gotten rid of house shows too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but they
Yeah, they haven't done those for a
house
while.
shows haven't been really a thing since COVID, I think. I think they kinda
Yeah.
went away.
Well, I mean, now they're like
Done.
gone,
Gone. Yeah.
gone.
Right.
So now that they've gotten rid of house shows, like, the idea going forward in terms of the roster for the wrestlers is that they don't need, let's say, 200 wrestlers on the roster anymore
Right.
because they don't have house shows, and Raw's gone to 2 hours, and they're moving SmackDown back to 2 hours,
Right.
and really, what they really wanna do is just keep the roster crazy thin up top to where you're seeing a lot of the same people again and again and again and again and again, and hitting the same notes, and then in time, move NXT people up and down,
Yeah.
but move them up and down at a much cheaper rate than what historically the wrestlers have been paid. So, like, the idea I'm like, "Oh my god," I'm like, "They really have," like, the whole idea of wrestling and the art of professional wrestling is really just gone. It's
Yeah,
gone. It's
because
crazy.
they really use those house shows in order to it's like their chalkboard where they throw up ideas and they see
Yeah.
what
To
works.
see what's working with the crowd.
But,
Character
like,
development,
that's
match
where
development.
that's where you build your like, your connection with your audience a
Yeah,
little
you
Yeah.
build your
more. So
story, you
It
build your
yeah,
character, your
it makes
move
me
set, all that
feel
shit.
absolutely.
like they're going back in time because if you went back to, like, WWF WrestleMania 4 time, right? Like, if you weren't a draw, you were out. Like, you had to get on, and that meant, like, sabotaging other people. It meant keeping guys down to keep your star high in the sky. So it feels
Right,
like you're gonna have a lot of that. So guys that don't wanna take a pay cut, like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, they're gonna be they're gonna be ruthless about who they'll work with and who they'll job for and what they're willing to put up with because they're the star. It's gonna be like Hogan is like, "No, I don't think he's ready because if he's ready, he's gonna take my spot."
But my thing is that you have 5 hours. The difference between that roster at WrestleMania 4 and this roster is you have 5 hours of weekly programming, including a monthly, like, 2.5-hour pay-per-view. Like, if you keep the roster really thin, you are gonna burn through your characters because you're gonna just overexpose them constantly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. Like, yeah, you could yes, all of what you're saying is right, Nick. Like, yeah, it's gonna create a much more and that's, that's awesome because competition rules everything. So, I'm not worried about that, but I'm like, they're going to just burn through their characters. And right now,
Yeah,
honestly, regardless of what people like, they are very, very much 1998 WCW at the top of the roster, where it's like, "Hey, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the 50th time,
Yeah.
like Hogan Flair." You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Like Sting and
you're
Macho
just
Man, you're
like,
like, "Okay." Jesus.
yeah, you're not, so to me, it's you're like to me, I'm like, it just seems and apparently their demographics so the biggest key for demographics is 18 to 49, and in the last 4 months, that demographic has been cut in half. For the viewership, and you're like,
yeah.
"That is not good when it comes to retaining viewers and building new customers,"
So
right? So,
does that correlate to, like, ticket prices at stadiums being so high? Is that the same thing? Because if you can't go to
Absolutely.
a show and enjoy it there, why would you tune in on TV like that? That people going to the show means when they go to the show, then they tune in next week to see what happened, to see the next part of the story they witnessed. So,
Right,
like,
and
they're
that's the
they're on the
problem,
same line?
the writing is terrible too. So
I think you
they don't have any good, like, storylines going where you're, like, interested, like Nitro, where the NWO came out and every week you're like they're filling the ring with guys, you're like, "What's gonna happen?" It just goes off
yeah,
they don't have that anymore.
yeah. To me, I'm just like, I think it's a result of a combination of things. One, I think, like, the PR on the ticket prices for Vegas was just not good. I'm really be interested to see like, I think I said this before, I'd really be interested to see what the viewership for this Backlash pay-per-view was in terms of what the traditional viewership is post
I'll
WrestleMania.
I'll tell you what, I saw the finish to the Roman Reigns match on Facebook, so what are we doing? Why are you giving away
Right,
the biggest
right,
match on the card,
right.
for free.
It's
Yeah.
almost like they're
I
like, "Look at what you missed."
Yeah,
No, I
but
watched
like,
I watched the show. It
you
was
give
it
the
was
whole
pretty good.
match. What?
It was a
Yeah,
pretty good
yeah.
show. Like, I was
I didn't
not
have to. I saw it on social media. I didn't even have to buy in, and that's
yeah.
that's a problem for that company.
I just look at it as, like, I think it's a combination of the bad PR with the WrestleMania sales. I think it's the elimination of the house shows. I do, and I think at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't like it was the biggest thing I always said for Triple H was that, you know, can this guy create attractions, box office attractions, right? Like, what how c like, McMahon can do it. McMahon specialized in it, and that's what the difference between McMahon and everybody else was, is that he knew how to make box office attractions, and, like,
Yep.
they still are struggling to do that as a company. It's not just on him, but as a company, they're still
Well,
right,
struggling to be
because
able.
Vince McMahon was BT Barnum and Triple H was like the guy taming the lion tamer guy. Like, he just he's part of the
right,
circus. Vince McMahon ran the circus. And
right.
Right,
He's
you
big
right.
took
top.
a guy without I don't think Vince McMahon like, I think knowing he never wanted to leave, Vince McMahon never taught him everything. So, like
But then,
and also there's an intrinsic,
Triple
like, you just have to have that feeling about a guy and what's gonna
Yeah,
work that
yeah.
Vince McMahon had that he
then
doesn't.
Triple H gets in there, he gets a hold of Roman Reigns and gives you the tribal chief for the longest title reign ever and one of the greatest storylines in the last 10 years.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that happened Vince McMahon. That all started under Vince
No,
McMahon.
that was Triple H did that.
but
Well, no,
Vince
it
McMahon
finished
took
with
Roman
them.
Reigns and was like, "This is going to be the guy." Like, once you
Yeah, so
he saw that in Roman
because
Reigns, 6 years
first,
before that.
right,
Yeah.
but it wasn't getting over. It wasn't getting everybody disliked that character of the big dog, and it wasn't until he came back and put him with Paul Heyman, Triple H put him with Paul Heyman, that Roman Reigns really took off as a superstar.
Yeah, but they were like I'm saying though, because
Mega
that
star.
WrestleMania Hollywood, that WrestleMania in LA, he was already that tribal chief character, and Vince McMahon was still running the thing at that point. He
It was
wasn't. They didn't take WWE. Like TKO wasn't a thing until the WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
right, but
Like,
Triple H was the guy behind the tribal chief character
right.
with
So
with
I guess to me, I'm like, you don't have like they're really struggling with developing top end talent. And I think also now, like every business, when a corporation comes in and takes
right.
over, the top of the corporation gets involved. And you just get like all of a sudden you get people pulling needs for different things, for different ideas, like Disney getting involved with Star Wars and like, hey, we need this check, this box check, and that box check, and this box check. Gets in the
Eh,
way of the storyline, right? So like
right.
I feel like it's the same way with wrestling right now. And you saw it with like all the confusion with WrestleMania. So it should be, it's just like I said, it's just interesting to see like, yeah, I like the releasing of the wrestlers, I don't think is a story. It's business. But
Right.
the idea that like they're asking people to take 50% pay cuts while eliminating house shows and like thinning out the roster ultimately because they want it to be leaner because they want to show more like show a lot of the same guys. I'm like, those don't seem like good approaches, right?
So, devil's advocate here. You have guys, and I'll throw out a couple of guys that like, if you take, like, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, all guys that in the middle of a great push and a great storyline get injured. And a lot of those injuries were the result of a lot of wear and tear from that overexposure of house shows and pay-per-views and being on TV every week. So if you don't have those injuries, you can get better fulfillment of those storylines and those particular guys and get to the fruit of the labor. Now I know that you're gonna kind of run through those characters faster because it'll just be them on TV every week, week in and week out. But like for a Finn Balor championship run that I never got, I think we all missed out on that. I think in their
Definitely.
prime, your Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens feud, I think we missed out on that all due to injury. And it's too late now. And so if they don't have all the wear and tear of the house shows and being on the road constantly, I think maybe you get a little bit better payoff to those stories than we did. Because we got
Mm,
none. And like Seth Rollins is in the middle of a championship run and he just tweaks, he just tears his ACL. And that's all because he's just been running and tears his ACL. And then you took him out of to me, his best character. The best iteration of Seth Rollins was at that time, and then he gets cut down. So I understand that the downside of it all, right? Like you're gonna burn through Jacob Fatu character really fast. But I mean, the the best wrestling I ever saw was your Attitude Era, NWO, kind of Monday Night Wars era. And Stone Cold was only like a main guy for like 4 years. And it took the world by storm. Like everybody knows who Stone Cold Steve Austin is. And I think they can maybe get back to that if you concentrate on this guy for a couple of years and then you let him go. Like
yeah.
right now, Roman Reigns is a perfect time to have one more run, put the next guy over, and go by. Like go. And but there's always more talent in a world right now where WWE has like three different avenues of bringing in young talent, like with some kind of ring experience. And then you have AEW and all the indies that are popping up that are actually making news, and you still have Japan. Like I just think that you can. I think running a guy for a year and then letting him go and bringing somebody else up, maybe not the worst thing for what we've gotten in the last couple of years. It might not be a bad change.
I mean, it might not be, but I think then the onus goes on the character development, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
you have a Steve Austin that you already get 3 years of him out of the top, but okay, right behind him, though, is The Rock, and right behind The Rock is Kurt Angle, and right behind Kurt Angle is Brock Lesnar. So you have, like, a pipeline built up of who you want, how you want it, and you have a formula that works,
Yeah.
and I still think you're working on trying to figure out what that formula is.
Yeah. But I think they have guys right now that if they move forward with this and they bring these guys up now, you can get what you want to get out of them and let them go. Like you have like Joe Hendry, right? He's been in my head for days with the Fire Logan Paul song. Have you not heard this? So Joe
No.
Hendry plays the guitar and then cuts a hit track on Logan Paul,
right.
and it's incredibly catchy and funny. And this Joe Hendry's actually good in the ring and has a good feel for the crowd, but this character will not last 10 years. So there's no slow burn for him. Crowd's into it now. You got to put him out there, get what you can out of him, and then let him go. And the same, I mean,
I agree.
the only guy I wouldn't do that with would be this Obafemi, right? Like he's your new monster. Keep him around. But like
Right.
Gunther, how long are you going to do the I'm going to retire you gimmick? You can't do it forever. Get him out there, burn that candle at both ends, get him done, get him out, move on. Like I don't mind it. And I think they have a
Yeah.
pipeline. I think they have guys that people are genuinely interested in. Like they have this Javon Evans, who was basically a young Kofi Kingston. So why are you keeping Kofi Kingston at
I
what,
keep
what
the
were they
old
making
guy.
like $7 million over 5 years or something? Like, why are you keeping him when you have a younger version of
Right.
him
This
who doesn't
this
look
kid is
old and
clearly more
sad?
athletic.
Yeah. So like I think they have the pipeline, and I think the thought is we've been wasting the pipeline. We've been leaving guys down in NXT too long
Too long.
to the point where they get stale, and then when you bring them up, nobody cares. So
Right. They can't get
yeah,
themselves
I'm down with it.
over on the big stage.
I just want them to see I just saw they signed another one of the Steiner boys, and I'm like, "Bring him up immediately. It doesn't even
Yeah.
matter.
Immediately
Right
put him
away.
with his cousin.
Immediately. Immediately."
Who's that? Brock?
I have no idea.
Brock
I just
Steiner?
saw it and was like, immediately,
And
immediately.
you
Put
got
him
to change Braun Breaker's name. As soon as that guy comes up, change the name. Change it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Like, without a doubt.
And then they
Without
should
a
destroy Cody Rhodes. They should just destroy Cody Rhodes. Put him out to
yeah.
pasture. Yep.
Out yeah, sure.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Done. Goodbye.
Take
Enough.
care. You had
Enough
your
of
run.
you.
It's over.
Yeah,
Nobody likes you.
you made your
Nobody
dream
likes
come true, you jerk. Okay, goodbye.
back bring back Stardust.
Aw, but
Oh,
he's such a nice
that's what I
person.
want. I would love a good Stardust. He'll never do it, but it'd be the right move. Like I want him to bring back.
Right.
I want somebody to do like the three faces of Foley in the Royal Rumble. One time, like I just want one person to do it. Somebody that did it like Cody Rhodes could do it. Cody
Like
Rhodes could come
Dashing
in.
Cody Rhodes.
He could be Dashing Cody Rhodes. He could be Stardust, and he could be the American Nightmare. And he could be in the Rumble 3 times.
Dashing
Also
Cody
Glacier.
Rhodes.
Oh,
Glacier in the Rumble.
oh god.
Oh, that ship has sailed. That
Yeah.
ship that
Oh.
ship that Glacier's on has the hantavirus.
They
Oh.
sunk it. That
Yeah.
ship
It's,
they
Yeah.
that ship was
They
sunken.
sunk
Sunk,
Glacier
yeah,
ship
sunk.
for sure.
there's not that ship doesn't exist anymore. I am so hungover and I gotta go do something about this hangover. I'm dying here.
Don't do hot yoga. We've talked
No,
about
not
this.
today.
You need to go pour
No,
yourself a drink. It is
I
12:07
Jaeger
Eastern
bomb.
Standard Time. It's
Take
5
it.
o'clock in England. Go get a drink.
Do a Jaeger bomb shot.
Yup.
Do it on
like,
camera. Let's go.
More.
Ugh.
I want to go and just get this all done with by just grabbing McDonald's and calling it a day. Right? Grab some McDonald's, evolve it, just knock it out.
Why
I
didn't
mean,
you
the
get a
other
Baconator
remedy
last night?
is yeah.
Should have gotten a Baconator.
Things
I mean, the Coke fountain
things
soda from McDonald's does the
No,
trick.
don't. All right, wait.
If you got
You're gonna make me edit out whatever you say next, Brian. Don't go down this road. Don't do it.
I'm just
Do it.
things got out of hand late last night.
What
McDonald's
was his name?
Boris.
so
Brian's
things
at
got
the
out.
drive-through at Wendy's, drunk, and like the guy opens the window. He goes, "Hello, friend. Isn't this weird?
Oh, I took a night job just
What a
to get some
coincidence
money.
that you are here and I am here."
You are here at drive-through. I need to ride home tonight, and here you are in drive-through.
Climbs
Wait
through the
20
window.
minutes? If
Hold
you
on,
can
I
just
forgot
wait
my
20
ketchup.
minutes, you can drive me home. Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm like, I want to go eat McDonald's, but my fat pasty ass is going to Ibiza in like 20 days.
Mm.
The last thing I need in my body.
I think about it constantly. I look in the mirror, I look at the scale, and I'm like, you really shouldn't eat like a fat pig and drink alcohol today. And then I do.
Do you say it? Do you
What?
say it in the mirror while you're eating like a fat pig
Like
and drinking alcohol?
while I'm cutting a slice of leftover stromboli on the kitchen counter. Yeah.
God, you're such a fat pig. Everybody hates you.
You look terrible. Your back hurts.
Oh,
Your belly
this'll
hurts.
make
from
it feel
hitting your
better.
belt all
Oh.
the time.
oh,
You're not a man. You're a child.
Yeah. Go
You're
buy
don't eat
some.
this.
Time to buy
You're
some
gonna hate
sweatpants and
yourself.
give up.
Oh,
Kelly's like, what kind
Oh
of
my
clothes do you need? What kind of
know
clothes
what?
do you need? I'm like, sweatpants. Just get me sweatpants. It's over. I'm going for the record.
sweatpants, baby.
It's such a
Wait,
weird,
or Tom.
such a weird dichotomy because
Sweatpants,
in the gym,
baby.
really working hard in the gym. I did 4 days a week this week, really working hard, and I feel worse. Like now, I've eaten too
Can't eat a
much.
tub of cottage cheese afterwards.
Yeah, and I drank too much, and everything hurts. It's like I hate being in my 40s. And then everybody I work with obviously is older, and they're like, "Oh, the 40s are the best years." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Shit,
It's
fuck
pretty
you,
wild.
liar.
Like I've never really felt my age ever at any point.
No,
And
me neither.
46, the first time in my life, I feel like 46. Like this is what 46 feels like. And the craziest thing is probably for the first time in like 20 years, like I've never treated my body healthier. I've been more active. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's worse.
everything.
Yeah, that's why you feel so bad because your body's in revolt. Like, get
It
this
probably
shit out.
is.
Yeah, stop all this exercise stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? It's Thursday. It's Shakaroni Thursday. Where's the Shakaroni? Are we on a treadmill? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Like
Oh
my
my God.
body's completely revolting.
This
Yeah.
is not what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what
I
we're
didn't
supposed to be doing is wishing our mothers a happy Mother's Day. I have to go see if my wife is
Yeah.
awake because we get to go hang out with her mother today, which should be awesome, he
It's gonna
said
be
with heavy
amazing. Jealous
sarcasm.
over
Uh,
here.
It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah. Gonna be as fun of it's gonna be just like as you have as much fun as if you're going right back to Dorney Park.
yep,
Yeah, or plunge in the toilet or something.
Yeah. It's gonna enjoyable as a $16 slice of pizza.
yep, 17
And the
with breadsticks.
breadsticks.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
eat the breadsticks.
The sandpaper breadsticks.
I'll see if
Ugh.
Kelly's not awake yet, I'm going to crack a beer and watch some of that AEW pay-per-view
You should.
from the
I
golf
bet it's
course. It
pretty
was
good.
I found out it was an indoor arena golf course.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a table spot in that match, and
Oh, saw it. Nasty.
yeah,
That guy.
he kicks
You
out
know,
too
3
after.
weeks ago, I have in my notes to talk about, like, they have to put a title on Darby Allin before he's dead. And so now they've done it, and now he's gonna die.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna die.
Yep.
Like, this guy's
I mean, the guy's like, "I don't care. I was homeless. I
yeah,
lived under a bridge for a
Right.
year.
yeah.
I lived
So,
under a
Well,
bridge.
can't get worse than that. Yeah, it can if you're dead.
yeah. What is this?
Yeah.
I have money to throw myself through tables? Okay. Alright.
Right.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Fine.
we didn't get to me and Steve's argument. Ah, damn
What
it.
Well,
argument?
Next week.
why?
About Rhea Ripley.
Ah,
Oh,
next
Yeah.
week.
Next week.
Oh, about this next week.
it's in the past now, dog.
No, it's still happening. I just saw her by my shoulder and was like, "Oh, look how much
I've been
that was
yeah.
that was way better." Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Right.
No. Also,
she was beaten.
Right.
apparently last night, Oksana had her
Asuka.
last match? Asuka?
Yeah, I mean, it may have been one of those they asked her to take a price cut, and she was like, "No, I'll just go." And so she put
Mm.
over the
She
younger star, and yeah, I mean, she's one of those that could be back. You know what I mean? She can go to Japan for a little while or take a break. Like, she's been going hard for a couple of years and a lot of injuries and stuff. Like, she could take a break. She's really good.
She is the perfect candidate for Royal Rumble entrant number 28 next year.
mm,
Yeah.
That's what she
Also,
is.
it means she might be available for Kevin's bachelor party.
Oh. Her and Johnny Depp look alike?
Yeah.
Pirate
Yep.
person
Mhm.
who also probably works at Best Buy in their downtime?
Yes. His name's like Derek.
Target.
I don't know. He's in my phone as the pirate guy, so I don't really
The
know.
pirate.
Oh my god. Alright, I have to go. I am dying here. I will talk to you later. Tell your ladies happy Mother's Day,
Yes.
and I will see you. Goodbye.